And they went down the number of times they mentioned the other three candidates in the review of the debate. And it was, you know, like 80, 90 times, depending on which it was. I was mentioned one time in all the discussion of the debate after it was over.
Right.
Now, you might argue I didn't win, or some people argue that I did.
You had the juice.
But it deserved more than one mention on all the stations. Somebody went and added these all up.
Thank you, Thomas.
So what's going on here? You're in this media business. I'd like to know exactly.
President Obama has offered to pay out of his own pocket for the Museum of Muslim Culture, out of his own pocket, yet it's the Republican National Committee who's paying for this. And we're going to be talking to Ryan
Last weekend,
coming up in the show.
We mentioned a story about the president funding a Muslim museum during the shutdown. We made a bad mistake by reporting a story based on poor research that was not true. We apologize for not checking the facts and for allowing the story to make it.
Adolf Hitler, like Barack Obama, also ruled by dictate.
This is fascism.
Adolf Hitler had a labor czar.
This is what Hitler did with the SS. He had his own people. He had the brown shirts and then the SS.
Hitler had the Hitler Youth, and Obama would like to have the Obama Youth.
The Nazis
This president, I think, has exposed himself as a guy who has a deep-seated hatred for white people or the white culture. I don't know what it is.
Obama is the greatest living example of a reverse racist.
It's Barack Hussein Obama. That's the racist.
We still don't have a birth certificate for Obama. There are claims that he was actually born in Kenya, being so important. I mean, because if he was born in Kenya and not in Hawaii, then he's not eligible to become the president.
Later this week at the so-called G20 summit, President Obama will be pushing for a brand new world order.
You're really setting up an international governance over the economy.
The first step to abrogating American sovereignty.
I have him take you someplace that I like to call one world government.
How could he not be Muslim if he has a Muslim name? How could he not be Muslim if his father and grandfather were Muslims? How is that possible?
Let's ask Obama how many prayer rugs he has.
If Barack Obama were on trial for being a Christian, would there be enough evidence for a jury of his peers to pronounce him guilty? I doubt it.
He will, slowly but surely, take away your gun or take away your ability to shoot a gun, carry a gun. He will make them more expensive. He'll tax them out of existence.
First thing you do is, no matter what law they pass, do not, repeat, not ever register any of your firearms.
Yes, sir.
Because that's where they get the list of where to go first to confiscate.
Everybody's buying guns before Obama comes in and outlaws them all.
Bottom line, is Obama a socialist?
This administration has pushed the idea of the single biggest power grab and move towards socialism in the history of the country.
And I think, as EJ was pointing out, people already realize and we're already very much against shutting the government down. And let's not forget what this is over. It's over the Affordable Care Act. It's over Obamacare. It's over providing health insurance to millions of Americans who desperately need it. That is what they're trying to prevent. And to do so, they're willing to take the whole government hostage and threaten the very constitutional balance on which our democracy rests.
But at the end of the day, they all believed in government. It seems now that what's motivating the Republican Party is a belief that government has to be destroyed. You know, that it's just bad in and of itself.
One
Do you
of
have
the
any
few
insight in that?
things this House has actually done. A week before last, they passed a bill to cut $40 billion from food stamps. Food stamps. I mean, do we really need to use food as a political weapon?
It is just incredible to me to watch these Republicans putting on their suicide vests and thinking this is going to have some kind of outcome for America. It is just absolutely preposterous. And what is the most depressing thing, really, is to see how John Boehner's job insecurity, his terror of losing his speakership, means that he's just become this, rallier of these crazy people.
President Bush is now claiming he has the power to open Americans' mail without a warrant. The New York Daily News, in an exclusive report this morning, says that late last month, Mr. Bush issued a signing statement declaring his right to open people's mail under emergency conditions. According to the president, that includes the need to, quote, protect human life and safety against hazardous materials, unquote, and the need for physical searches for foreign intelligence collection. The president's signing statement contradicted a postal reform bill that he had just signed, which protects first-class mail from searches without a warrant. Experts say the government could easily abuse this power and open up large amounts of mail. Really?
Nah, they'd
Linda
never do
in Brisbane,
that, would they?
Arizona, of course the president should be able to open the mail of anyone he construes as being a threat. We need to be protected, don't we? George W. Bush is all about protecting us from our enemies who want to murder us all and destroy our freedoms and our democratic way of life. Bush thinks it's better we should destroy them ourselves first, and he's working hard to do that. So,
David, what are you seeing now?
Well, Ron, now we've relayed the president's comments to somebody who's right here in the midst of it all, Robert Wack, an auto mechanic in Biloxi. And Robert, I just explained to you what we just played about President Bush. What's your reaction?
President Bush don't need to be the president no more, because President Bush ain't doing his job. We got the whole coastline destroyed. I'm out here starving, hungry. I finally got me a bottle of water and able to call my mama.
The point is that you have to work. And that's why the propaganda system is so successful. Very few people are going to have the time or the energy or the commitment to carry out the constant battle that's required to get outside of, you know, McNeil Lear or Dan Rather or somebody like that. The easy thing to do, you know, you come home from work, you're tired, you've had a busy day, you know, you're not going to spend the evening carrying out a research project. So you turn on the tube, you say it's probably right. Or you look at the headlines in the paper, and then you watch the sports or something. And that's basically the way the system of indoctrination works. Sure, the other stuff is there, but you're going to have to work to find it.